Hello. Okay, so on to the next course. This is, I think, my favorite part. Well, I know it's my favorite part because we're creating portrait work. And the reason we're doing portrait work along with our tarot pulling and along with our using our cards if we need to, you know, the cards that we've made, our inspiration cards, is in the journal itself. What's going to be, for me, it's a two-page spread journal. And I'll show you, I'll do the layout for you and everything. But the reason I want to do portrait work is because, one, it's super near and dear to my heart. If you followed me at all, if you've seen me on Instagram, YouTube, on Next Generation Art, it is something that I absolutely love to do, especially in the abstract version or the non-traditional version, if you will. And I have been doing quite a few of a certain type lately, which I've kind of head over and heels in love with. And so one, because it resonates so deeply with me, I want to include portrait work with my, or abstract portrait work, I should say, with my free writing and the documentation that I've gotten from the book from using the tarot cards and stuff, as well as creating, which I haven't talked about yet, creating the symbols for what it is that we've seen in our work or in the cards that we've pulled for ourselves. But it's also super identifiable. And it's something that you can take and you can express an emotion from what it is that you have been told, be it the intuition via the cards. And it can be through color, it could be through energy, it could be through movement, it could be through the actual, you could take it literally and make the expression from the, on the face itself, on the portrait face itself. So, that's why I'm doing it. You do not have to do it. I've also grabbed a bunch of ephemera that I can use. I don't know if I will. I'm not sure. I might keep it just paint and marker and, you know, pencil and that kind of stuff. But I grabbed like old envelopes, old book pages, a bunch of different books. I love the different, you know, illustrations. These are children's books, and I love the patina and weather on the pages themselves. This is something, so that's that kind of stuff. I also grabbed, from our inspiration class, I had made a test sheet beforehand and I wanted to play with it and see. So I have a bunch of different rectangle and square shapes and stuff. So I might use these just as something as decorative. I might want to write on them also. I don't know, but I grabbed them just in case, because this is a color palette that I'm going to stick with throughout this journal. I'm really in love with this color palette, and it all stems from this Prima Complexion watercolor palette. It all stems from that, and I'm in love with it. And that's where these girls came from that I'm working on, that we're going to use. Well, I'm going to show you my technique on how to do these, and then you take where you want with them. Okay, so these are just some of them, some of the versions, a version of these girls. We're not going to recreate any of these girls because these are one-timers, but these are the versions that we're going to, you know, this is the idea that we're going with. Okay, lots of the Prima, lots of these Carbon chalk pastel pencils. Some are Faber-Castell. Some are like, some of the skin tones are Faber-Castell, and I'll pull those. If I use them, I'll let you know which ones they are. And then I also pulled, for those of you that love a different color palette, I pulled a couple that are in a different color palette. Like, I also really love blues and greens and teals and stuff, so I thought I would do one in this. And if you're someone, you'll start to see, like, if you followed me on YouTube at all, or you know, YouTube, you see that I instruct a lot of this stuff. I've just taken it another direction, a little further. So, yeah, I'm very, very excited to show you guys these how to do these. Very, very excited. I've had so much fun creating them, so I can't wait to share it with you. You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. But these are going to be what's in my journal. These are going to be what's in my journal. And speaking of journals, I am very excited because these are all done on my one of my all-time favorite substrate, which is the 184-pound Strathmore mixed media paper. And when I went on the search, because I knew I wanted to do a journal, when I went on the search for what I was going to do, what kind of journal, finding a hot press watercolor paper journal is almost near to impossible, truthfully. It's really hard to find. I found one by Viviva, but I wanted something a little bigger. Viviva? I think that's right. Vivivia? That's it. I found one by them, but it's not as big as I wanted. So I found, I I said, what if I found and you might already know this, but when I discovered this several weeks ago, I was over the moon ecstatic. I could not wait to tell Sydney, my daughter, that I found it. It's a Strathmore toned tan mixed media paper, 184 pound, 8.5 by 11. Look, you guys, look. Double journal spread. We'll have all of our documentation and fun symbol making and stuff over here. And then over here, we're going to do our portrait work. I'm going to do portrait work. I'm going to teach you guys what I do. I would love if it's feed your soul and it's something that you want to do. By all means, you can do what it is you need to do in order to somehow interpret. You could do the whole thing as a the documentation of the symbols. You can make this whole page just about the symbols that you want to make and the writing about how you've interpreted them, plus the free writing and then what's in the book that that's actually in the deck of tarot cards, the book that goes along with it of explanations. So if you do the journal, and of course I'll give you the link for this, if you do the journal, I highly recommend that you go through and you crack each page, because it is a hardbound journal. Sometimes they have persnickety ways and they don't want to open flat. It works pretty much for the most part because I cracked all the pages. I will go ahead and do this with my big binder clips just to be safe, so I don't have any, because when water gets on it, it has a tendency, not too bad because it's so sturdy, it's 184 pound in mixed media paper, but it does have a tendency to kind of, buckle a little. So this will help aid in that. So I'm going over supplies now, if you haven't noticed. So we have the binder clips. I have my Strathmore. I'm so jazzed about this, you guys. Yes! I've grabbed my cards to have by my side here. I also grabbed a glue stick, because if I do decide to glue any of this stuff down or any book pages or whatever, I have this. I don't want to add a lot of water. I don't want to do Mod Podge, or not Mod Podge, but I don't use that. I use matte medium. I don't want to use that because I don't want it to get super wet and whatever. I also have my Golden Black Gesso Opaque Acrylic Primer. I like this one a lot because it dries matte. I'm not a huge fan of shiny mediums. I really like the matte, and this one dries really matte. And it also almost completely, all the brush strokes settle pretty good. I'd still be diligent about making them nice and smooth, but they do settle, they flatten pretty good. Liquitex Gesso, white gesso from Liquitex. And then I have here, let me just tell you what I grab. These are I have black and white, General's black and white charcoal pencil. I don't know where the white one is. I think I moved it. And then I have my Uniposca paint pens. This is a 8.0 millimeter. This one is a 0.7 millimeter. This is also a 0.7. That's white, black, and black. And then this is Faber-Castell Pitt Artist Pen F. It's F. It's the one I like to use a lot. And I also have my chalk pastel pencils. Okay, so here we go. In my Carbothellos, I'm going to give you the numbers. Now, I might not use all of these, but you can write these down if you want to get them for yourself, okay? I'm going to move these out of the way. And I have, this is 610, this one. This is 645. I'm not sure, you can probably see it pretty good. This is 655. This is 625, 690, 615, 635, 690. Oh, two of those, don't do that. And then 692. Okay, that's the Billo Carbothello Chalk Pastel pencils. These are my Faber-Castell, and these are the only Faber-Castell I have in the skin tones. I don't have any of the color stuff. They're a little firmer than I like, but they work well for, they work well for skin tones, so that's not one. This is 189 Faber-Castell. This is 188. This is 132, 131. It's also not a Faber-Castell. And this is 190. These are Kohinoor. I think that's how you say it, Kohinoor. And this is number 52 and 51. Okay, and those are also skin tony-ish colors. So they're the colors. There's Faber-Castell, Stabilo, Carbothello, and then Kohinoor. K-O-H I-N-O-O-R. Okay, so those are going to go back in here. And then I do have my black and white General's charcoal pencils. And I'm also like my Prima complexion set. I have just a mechanical pencil 0.5 and an eraser. I have my Winsor Newton number 10 watercolor brush. Okay, and then I have, these are the ones I talked about before, my Julia Jeffrey and Barbara Moore Tarot of the Hidden Realm cards, my tarot cards. And I also grabbed stencils, some stencils. I'm not going to use my pen pastels this time. I'm going to use, I think watercolor. I'm going to use watercolor, maybe, if I use them at all. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, I have my regular stencils, and then I have these I got. They're actually bullet journal stencils. I don't know if you know about those. Bullet journals are quite addicting. I personally don't do it only because they are so addicting. There's so many really, really cool things you can do in a bullet journal. It's like a journal that has like the little dots, and then you can draw your shapes and your, you know, segments. It's like you basically journal about your day, but you do it kind of more in a visual. You do visual and verbal, like you write, you know, you document things, and you can add stickers and markers. You can do all kinds of fun stuff with it. Yeah, so these go well with the pages that have the dots on them. And I thought they would go really well for what we're trying to do in terms of making, first of all, writing, like, you know, do the free writing from our, when we pull the cards, do the free writing, and then document what it is that we're, you know, the book has told us that the cards mean. And then we could use these to do like lines if you want to lay lines down, and like little bullets, like 1, 2, 3 if you want to just bullet stuff. I personally like to bullet stuff as opposed to like doing full, you know, it depends on my mood, but for the most part I'm a quick kind of bullet girl myself. This I thought would be, since we're talking about using tarot cards, actually using tarot cards, I thought this would be cool to make the shape of a tarot card if you wanted to. So let's say like this, and I'll show you what I mean. Like we open our book up, and like I could take this and trace this out, or I could trace the outside out because it's probably kind of like the good size of what a tarot card would be, and then I can create everything inside my that drawing, that trace out, to create the image for my, like the portrait part there. And then I thought the circles would be cool to do like once we figure out like what our symbols, what the symbolism means, we can create, like trace these and create, you know, like write the words of what we think they mean, or create an image of what we think they mean, and then use these as that. And then this over here, like when because like we're going to document stuff over here, we can put our lines in and bullet things, and we can put like the header up here, you know, like the date, your name, you know, or what today's what your question is, like what you're wondering, what you're hoping to, you know, find out via these cards in this journal, you know, kind of thing. Just because, remember I talked about when we were doing the inspiration cards, like this is a documentation. So you're going to start to see patterns and rhythms from how you are intuitively reading the cards, right? How you are intuitively reading the cards. And these are just little tools to help you aid you. You know, they're fun. They're super fun, and they really help aid in getting your like creativity going, because sometimes we get stuck when we just look at a page and just go, oh boy, I'm supposed to do what? So I'm going to show you how to do it. Like you could use this 3 times, and that could become what you make your symbols out of, you know, or this one, you know, it's totally up to you. You can use this as your tarot card thing. Like this becomes, you could trace this whole thing. This could become the portrait part, and this could become what you write about it. Right? So sky's the limit, you guys. With me always, sky's the limit. I love if you guys go past, you know, use whatever I teach as a jumping off point, and then go from there. So I think I'm going to definitely use this one, and then I'm going to use, let's see, where did I put that? I might grab this, in case I want the circles to be bigger. You can also, this makes me think of Instagram, or a link tree. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Okay. So, as I was saying, this one reminds me of Instagram. When you click on the bio and it has the link tree in there, these little bubbles where you can put in, like for me, I have, year longs, a couple year longs. I have my 100 Days of Abstract course. I have, all different courses and stuff. My Facebook page, my YouTube channel, that kind of stuff. You could do it like that, where those are the bullets, where you just fill in each section. Or you can make your lines and then make these just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kind of deal. These could be your little symbols. What are you looking for? Is it this one? This one? Where's the other one? That might be cool too. Or you don't need to trace anything. It's up to you. It truly is up to you. I think I'm going to use a version of these guys. And then I'll put these away. I will, of course, link this little... they weren't expensive at all. It comes in a little pack like this. This is called 16-piece journal. Journal set, I think. DIY notebook. So you can play with those. But I will definitely link it for you guys. Okay, so first things first. Like I was saying, back to the stencils. These are my bigger ones, like I kind of used for. I added a couple different ones. Like I have this one. And then I added this one, another script one, which I like a lot as well. I love script. I love script. So we'll move those out of the way. But those may or may not make an appearance in my book. I don't know. So I have these. I will use some version of those. Some of those. And finally, I am obsessed with wax seals. I love them. Love them, love them, love them. And I thought it would be really cool this is just it's as opposed to doing, you can go old school. Old school is so cool. But this is just a glue gun that's dedicated to the wax seal. This color, I use it a lot. And I made a bunch at one time. I don't have much anymore. But, you just put them on a Sil Pat. You squirt some glue out, put the thing in it, let it dry. On a Sil Pat, you just peel it off. And then you can make a whole bunch ahead of time if you want to. But what I thought would be cool is, so I already have my gun. This is, how you do like this. You could do like a little foil. This is a little bent, but when I glued it, it would be different. Like put it down and have a little, a fancy schmancy seal on it. And I thought it would be cool to open this box. There we go. I also love tags. I love manila tags and I love manila envelopes. I love all that stuff. Makes me I used to be a big scrapper, big scrapper, and I used to make all these really cool, all these things were pockets and tags and things. But I thought it would be kind of cool to write, kind of like, you can put the date on it, you can put what your intention was for the day, you can put what your question was for the day, and then you can glue it down, just randomly in your book and have another really cool element piece to this story you're telling. And I have this, and I got these a long time ago, so I'm not sure I'll be able to find them to link them, but this has a bunch of different heads for the stamping. This is a bee. This is a fleur-de-lis. I love the tree. The tree, I'm obsessed. with Living Tree, I'm obsessed with it. There's butterfly. There's two birds. And then a dragon. Oh, sorry. Why is this so difficult? And a dragon. So there's several options there. I would probably use the tree again because I love it. Because I love it. And there you go. So that's that. And then these, the glue, the sealing gun wax. There's so much of this stuff on Amazon. So many colors, so many styles, so many brands, some sparkly, some not sparkly. So much. And then you can get the real stuff, the real wax in the little, the burner, kind of like this. That's not what this is. But you put your little thing on top of it and this melts. You have I could do it actually. You have that metal spoon that you put the chopped up wax in and you melt it over this and then you pour it and then you stamp it. You could do it that way. If it's something that, you've always wanted to try or something that you love the aesthetic of. Remember, this is all about things that are making you happy, right? This is all about stuff that brings you inspiration and joy. Surrounding yourself with that and making this journal is meant to be an experience, okay? I hope past this lesson past this course, you guys go to the next day and to the next day and to the next day, and you keep doing this for yourself. Keep doing this for yourself. Do it for 30 days, right? Do it for, once a week. Do it twice a week kind of thing, as if 30 days is too much. But do it. Do it and practice it. Practice it because it will serve you. The goal is to work with learn to understand and trust yourself and your intuition, that gut instinct, the message. And of course, I've surrounded myself with my amethyst and my selenite and my rose quartz, and then my manifestation charms, which are protection, actually that's protection, abundance, and intuition. All of these things to help aid me on this journey of discovery with my tarot. I'm going to keep knocking that off. I come over here. I want to make sure you can see. Okay, so I'm going to go to the front of the book. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull my cards. Now I'm going to do the 3-card pull, and I left this on so you guys could see it, but eventually you can decorate the cover, whatever calls to you, whatever is called to you to do, right? So I'm going to grab my cards, and I'm going to set my intention, and what I want for this, when I pull my cards, is I want to, my question will be, what do I need to know in order to flow into the vision or this vision for my life? That's my intention. You can sit and meditate if you want before you do this so that you're more grounded and centered. You can have, I can't in this video, but you can have music in the background, like meditation music as you're doing this whole process. Actually, I highly recommend that. It just tends to put you in a space of receiving, and it opens you up, opens up your, your heart, your you can say your mind, but it could be, your chakras, help align and connect to what your intention is. Right? Okay. So again, what do I need to know in order to flow into this vision for my life? So spend some time. Here's the book. Here are the cards. Now I'm going to spend some time. I just want to kind of knock it 3 times. Take some deep breaths, put my energy into it. Do some shuffling. Now your cards might be newer, so just be patient. They're a little slippery. The more they get used and kind of bended and your oils from your hands and stuff get on there, the more the shuffling gets, the easier it gets, I should say. Now, I'm not going to look at that card. I can do where that card called to me, like it jumped out. It says, you need to see this card. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to flip the card. Try to flip it like it felt like this. So I'm going to flip it this way. Because sometimes cards, when you pull cards, they're reversed. They're upside down. And then I'm going to shuffle a little bit more. Some people do it where they just shuffle until the cards fly out, and then they use those cards. I'm going to do the 3-day, which is past, present, future. So that was my past card. Or the 3 layout, not 3-day, 3 layout. So that was my past, present, future card. Okay. And then I'm going to, I'll just pull the first. So that's my past, present, and this is my future. Okay. I'm going to put those aside. Now, for this purpose, because I haven't set up my journal yet, so what I want to do, I'm going to take some notes. I'm going to take a quick little note to, let me grab my book, to document what I got. My little thing here. And, as I've said before, you guys can start creating your own. Because remember, we're working super intuitively, and this intuitively is to be like leaning towards the creative side of this whole experience, because I am an art teacher, I am an artist. So this is, I'm really working towards being more open, being more connected, being more like aware of my surroundings, of the pieces that I've laid out with me, the people that I teach, the way my mind is thinking and working, and is it serving me? Is it resonating? Or am I pushing too hard? Am I trying too hard to fit into a mold that doesn't work for me? So this is kind of where this is where this whole thing is going. So when I say, what do I need to know in order to flow into the vision for my life? I'm thinking in terms of an artist, right? An art teacher, a woman who is creative, a woman who is a teacher, right? So this is kind of my thinking behind everything, my thought process. You can certainly do that, or you can say that question can go towards, healing or money, career, marriage, love, your love life, your kid, like whatever it is. It could be, whatever like your dream is. You want to be a writer, you want to be a dancer, you want to be a singer, you want to be somebody who works with the homeless, you want to be somebody who builds, works for Habitat Humanity, whatever it is that is calling you. These will help you refine, and doing the tarot process and the intuitive tarot process will help you refine what your thinking is. For me, I think, I research a lot, I think a lot, I put a lot into it before I even commit to doing something. So these help get you there quicker, if you will, if you trust them. You need to trust them, okay? If you trust them. That's is what we're doing. We're learning to trust, okay? So this is past, present, future. So this is past. And I'm going to flip it. Oh, and it did go upside down. Okay. So I'm going to flip it over. This is 3 of Wands. So this is 3 of Wands. Just so I can see. All right. So I see it's definitely earthy, which is an undertone of all of her work. This is more dry and rock-like and earth-like, I should say. There is definite affection and love there. And then this can be considered, for me, like new ideas, because it's a brand new newborn, a brand new baby. And then so the affection right here, for me, intuitively, for what I'm hearing, for my creative side, is that lovingly, I need to embrace the new ideas that come. Use them or not, I need to embrace them. Kindly, this little baby hand on my heart, on her heart, is like, be gentle, be kind. Okay? That's what I'm seeing. Yeah, so I'm going to write that down. So, loving, embrace new ideas, and have grace with yourself, whether you use them this is a lot. I'm sharing a lot with you guys right now because this is personal. This is a very personal process. So, and that was upside down. I'm writing that so when I look in the book. Okay, so this one is King of Cups. That was 3 of Wands. My writing is just... This is present. I can spell. Come on. King of Cups. What I'm seeing here is that he looks lost in thought. Welcome to my world these days. Lost in thought. The colors are calming. And the swirls here, to me, I love swirls and circles and all that kind of stuff. So calming and serene. That's how it makes me feel. He looks lost in thought. Or contemplative, maybe. Contemplative. It's not a bad thing. Lost in thought is not bad, nor contemplative. It's just thinking. You're in your head. And I have very much been in my head these last few months. Especially for this course. And the cups, I like to say a lot, my cup runneth over. Like, that's something that resonates very much with me. But this cup looks empty. Maybe I'm a little depleted. My cup does not runneth over. Okay. And then the next one is 10 of Wands. This is past, present, future. Future. 10 of Wands. Childlike for sure. Remember when I did, he might not, but when I did the inspiration cards. Childlike was one of the ones I liked a lot, so this is Childlike. And they're showing this is like a fire, warm. He looks a little unsure. And they're tentatively showing their treasure. I can see that there's some pride. This is what I'm getting. I see that there's some pride in what he's got in his hand, but he's not sure if you're going to like it. Oh boy, are these cards. This is exactly how I felt about this whole course, you guys. Thanks, tarot cards. Okay. Okay, I write so fast that I can't even read it anymore. Okay, so that's that. Now we're going to go to the book. I'm going to go to Three of Cups. Bear with me. Three of Cups. I was hoping that I would say, go to this chapter. I'm just going to give you a little relief respite right now, you guys. Don't think you're going to remember everything, and don't think that you can read a card unless you know the meaning behind every single card. Nope, that's not how it works. I'm going to go to, there's a lot of information, you guys. Lots of information. Since I was here, I'm going to use this one. I'm going to grab this one first. Okay, so I'm just going to read, because this is more personal to me, I'm just going to read the divinatory meaning. The intense energy and the power of the Ten of Wands can feel like a burden. How can you possibly wield all that potential? It is a big responsibility. The secret is to realize that it isn't something that exists outside of you. It is your own passion to be lived and expressed through your life, not something external that you have to manage. The difference is subtle but important. Live your life, don't let life live you. Embrace the immeasurable energy, for it is within you. It is not a burden thrust upon you. Okay, so Ten of Cups. So it basically, in a nutshell, live your life. Don't let life live your life. Don't let life live you. So these are bullets. Embrace the immeasurable energy within you. It's not a burden. Okay. I swear I cannot read my writing anymore. Okay. So that's very interesting. That's, yeah. I agree. I agree. What is that one? Three of Wands. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands. Three of Wands. No. Interesting that I went in this order too. Okay, so the divinatory meaning is, in the Two of Wands, you've faced a decision and made a commitment. From the moment until the time of fruition, there was uncertainty. Amen. Even when you absolutely know what you want and have taken all the proper steps to achieve it, until it actually happens, you wonder, will it work out? You imagine what it will feel like when it does. You try not to think about what it will feel like if it doesn't. The Three of Wands heralds the fruit of your passion, the successful realization of the goals you have worked so hard to achieve. The results are so much more than you have ever dreamed. Creations of the heart always are. Okay, I love you, Three of Wands. Okay. Take you off. You're bugging me. Okay, so this is a lot here. I think I'll unpack. Let's do this a little quick. You actually will work out. The Three of Wands heralds the fruit of your passion. Success, realization of your goals. Realization of the goals of work. So hard to achieve. The results are much more than you ever dreamed. Creations of the heart always are. That's so cool. Okay, last one is King of Cups. Oh, did I pass it? Nope, I didn't pass it. Wait, did I pass it? No. Maybe I didn't. Okay, King of Cups. The meaning here is the King of Cups is a person who has experienced the very best and the very hardest that life offers. These experiences reside in a heart shaped for connection and creativity. He has the soul of an artist and the duties of a king. The conflict creates within him a strong sense of purpose. Life is hard, and our purpose is to get through it and with as much grace and dignity as possible. Further, we must extend our hands and our hearts to others, supporting and guiding them whenever possible. He creates a family by blood or by choice to protect and aid, to nurture and love. Those who connect with him will never feel alone. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. I'm just going to write the last thing. Those that connect with him will never alone. Okay. And I'm going to keep these cards out and put them in my book because I want to pull these and read the other stuff later when I'm not on camera. Ugh. Okay, maybe I'm not. Okay, my battery or my card was full, so I had to switch it out. Okay, but you caught the whole thing. You can fast forward. I mean, I hope you did fast forward through all that. It was just me to make notes so that I could do this properly. All right, so where are my little clippies? I'm gonna work with page 1. I want to do. This little bit. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna grab my gesso, and I thought I grabbed a brush. Maybe I didn't. Hang on. Okay, so I'm gonna use the lid. I love to use the lid on these. I love the big mouth things, so it's just less paint waste. Okay, so I'm going to paint. I've had this vision, you guys, since I thought about this months and months ago of what I want. I want to create like a black dry brushed on the edges panel to put my writings in. I want the inside to be pretty good because I'm going to use a white pen. I need to make sure, like, if I want to put these, it doesn't matter if it overs, like, I kind of want to make sure I have enough on there to also make sure that your lines are, or your strokes or brush strokes are pretty smooth, because then it'll take longer to dry. And the top will be dry, but then when you go to write on it, it's like, ooh, that's not good. Okay. It's beginning. It's happening. Now, the question is, do I want... Let me think. If I want... I think I want... I'll trace them, but I don't think I want black behind them. At least not yet. I may or may not. I don't know. I'm going to clean that really quick. Put the lid back on that. Get this to dry in a minute. I'll get my heat gun. Black is very potent. I think my water is just black or too dark. To get my thing, my heat gun. Okay. So now I can decide. I can pull this back a little. If I want, I don't know if I want lines. Do I want lines? Maybe. I'll definitely do this. Okay, you're not gonna work now? What the heck, man? Oh, maybe because it was hot? Why are you not working? There we go. It's being persnickety. Be careful. So I think I'll do every other line because I write big. And I love the brokenness of stuff. By no means am I aiming for pristine clean lines. Nope, no thank you. I'll put this down here. Okay, so that's that stencil. And then I'll come in and I'll write today's date, which is, what's today? We're in, okay, and then I will write the tarot deck that I used. Is the journey into the hidden realm and my question was, what do I need to know in order to flow into this vision of my life. Into, my battery died. I'm just having all kinds of luck. Into vision of my life. I don't care if it goes out of the box. It's what happens, and I'm just going with it, okay? And then down here I'm going to put, I use around me, I surrounded myself with an amethyst. Oh boy, how do I spell amethyst? That's one of those words that I don't trust to know right off the top of my head. Amethyst. Stones, amethyst, and then my rose quartz. And my selenite. Okay. All right. And then, so what I got from this is, now you can be as in-depth as you want. Like I said, I like to do bullet points. So from what I got, what I received from the book is I need to continue following my passions, those that connect with me, never feel alone. And then don't let now I could have done all this here, but oh well, could have done all this here. That's my intention for you guys, was to do this here, but I wanted to I didn't have this ready yet. So what I suggest is, before, if you choose to do this, you can prep, like if you want to do the format that I'm doing, prep your book first. So when you get ready to read the cards, prep a bunch of pages first. So when you get ready to read, you can go in, and instead of doing it here, you could do it here. I just didn't have it ready to go. So I'm now bulleting this, but my other future pages, I will do all the free writing and stuff in here, right? So you'll have room for free writing. So you might not want to include the lines because they're kind of inhibiting, or you do every line. And this marker is a little bit thicker than I would if I were to do a bunch of lines, but you could free write, and then write what the book said, write what the book in the tarot deck said. Don't let your life live you. Okay, so, and what I got is past was the 10 or 3 of Wands. So that's how I interpreted it. Past is 3 of Wands, which was embrace new ideas and have grace with yourself. And then the present is King of Cups. Be sure to write these, guys, because write what it was that you pulled, because you might start to see where you are constantly pulling the King of Cups. You're whatever, pulling one of these 3 cards, or however you do. You can do 3, you can do 5. It's dependent on you. It depends on you what it is that you decide to do. But King of Cups is calming and serene, contemplative, depleted. And my last one, which I don't have, this is 1, 2, 3. This is A, B. We're gonna just put one in here, C. And this was 10 of Wands, future, 10 of Wands. And this is childlike, warm, and unsure. Sure. Have pride in their treasure. I love it when it goes off like this. It gets all random. It just makes it more real to me, honestly. Like, this is journaling, you guys. This is journaling. You're doing your thoughts. But unsure. Warm and unsure. Okay, so that's that. All right, so I thought it was a pretty good reading, if you ask me. I say so. I say so. I say so. Okay, so I'm going to straighten up a little bit, and then we're going to go into the symbol part. Okay, so I'm going to do a little stenciling. Don't expect a lot. I'm going to work fairly quick. It is a stencil and it is watercolor, so it may or may not be successful. I'm not super wet with my brush. I don't care if it overlaps. The writing that I did, I don't care at all. It's a journaling experience, you guys. Don't be super wet with it. It's pretty cool. Don't be super wet. This kind of won't matter. I just wanted to put down a layer. But like I said, it won't really matter from what I show you. It's in a way I'm dry brushing in a sense. Okay. Just texture. I'm okay with all of this. It's just a texture. Creating a background. Gonna dry it really quick. Okay. Now, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do a quick sketchy sketch. My sleeves keep taking down the paper towels. So you can choose to, like, I think I might do this. Yeah. Take my brush and do like a little boop. So, and then I'm going to write symbols. And then boop, boop, boop. And then like what those symbols mean to me. Again, I don't care if there's overlapping. I do care that they're big, like thick strokes, because I want it to dry pretty easily, pretty quickly. Okay, we're gonna dry. I can keep it as simple as, like I was saying, I could do words inside it, or I can do images. I'm not sure exactly what I want to do yet, but this I know I want to write. Symbols. So for what I want to do is passion. I'm looking just quick across. Serene. And like things that are popping out at me, things that resonated with me as I was going through. And then live, love, live, life. Okay. I'm going to think on these for a little bit. Now that I have picked my words, what my symbols mean to me, I'm going to go around. Well, maybe not. We'll see. Okay, let's go to the portrait part. Okay. Oh, that's not good. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take my water bottle. I'm going to spritz my paints, my watercolors, get them activated, get them juicy. Get them juicy. Okay, so now I'm going to pick up, can you see? Yeah. Where's my little, oh no, my card has vanished. I'm going to pick up both of these and I'm just going to, it's really good that we're, got the sides marked down. Need my brush. It's very wet, you guys. It's supposed to be very wet. Very, very wet. Remember, we laid down stuff already. They're like, holy schmoly, what are you doing? These are my shadow lines. And I want that mustard. I love the mustard, and I wanted the mustard to hit that dark. I'm thinking ahead of where I'm going to doodle and put my doodle marks in. Or mark making, not my doodle marks. I'm going to pull some light down here. I'll have it be... I don't want to pick up too much because I do like the bleed. I like the bleed effect. And then we'll dry and then we'll come back. We love the dry brush. I'm telling you, all of those that I showed you started out like this, you guys. Okay, we're gonna dry. I'll be right back. Okay, so it's wet in certain spots, but I dried it a little bit. I like to do that because it creates these like separate sections for me to add detail to. I love that. Love it. Okay, so I've done that. We're going to use it again, but in the meantime, now we're going to come back in and we're going to pick, oh, there it is. Duh, you probably saw that. This color is, I want to say it's Redwood. This one, that's what I'm going to use. Like a very light, watered down version of it for the cheeks. I don't care that the black got in it, not even a little. I'm going to come out here, throw some color out here. Notice I'm not really going up against the, well, there I did, not intentionally though. Up against the caricature. I wanted to leave a little space in between. It's okay if it overlaps into this. Can't hurt a thing. It's just going to make it more unified. Okay, now I'm gonna grab this. No, I'm not. I'm gonna grab, I don't want to grab that either. I'm gonna grab like a page. I want to kind of cover, I want to cover her, dry her cheeks really quick. Okay, so I'm gonna throw these on here because I want to cover her face because I'm gonna do some very squishy splats. Prepare to get paint everywhere. This is also unifying, I got it on my neck. It's also unifying your book, your pages, by doing this. Making them all one. I'm gonna juicify the black. I love to do the black. I mean, it's so cool. It gets everywhere though, you guys, just saying. Everything has it on it. Everywhere. Okay, these take a little longer to dry because they're thicker. But I like what's happening here, so I'm going to do a little bit of that. A little bit of this. A little bit of that. I like the bleed that's going on. Personally. But notice why I covered her face. I have it everywhere. And it's awesome. I did want my table beat up. Okay, so I'm going to spray again because I want it to spread some. And then I'll be back because I'm going to dry it. Yay! Okay, so I'm back. I grabbed a few things because my friend is dry. The paper's dry, the board's dry. I grabbed a few things. If I can remember, I think, because I really like the idea of this potentially being a tarot card. So when I'm finished with her, I think I'll come back and I'll trace this out like a tarot card. And then go from there. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. I also wanted to grab some of these because I want to attach some. And then this. I thought I would just take my Dirty Blending Stump, my charcoal one, and just come in and kind of just rub it in. You know, randomly, like we've done this whole time with this. Just to see. It's just more texture. Another layer. It's kind of munching up my thing now. Which, don't love. But I do love that. Look at that. Just subtle. Just so subtle, subtle. I have no idea what this says. I haven't read it. I just like the look of it. I could grab my pan pastels, but I don't want pastel on my thing right now. I don't want to deal with it. You can get everywhere sometimes. So there's that. I like that a lot. And I think I'll put some over here too. You know what I'm going to be a little brave. You know what I can do? I'm going to take just first so slightly. Just very dry brushy. I don't love it, but that's okay. I also don't hate it, but I'm going to pick that up. And we'll bury it anyways. I'm not concerned. I do like that it's a little... Yeah, we'll leave it. We'll leave it. And this, I don't care. It'll dry in a second and we're good. It's not going to hurt it at all. But I listened and I tested. I think it would be really cool with pastel, the pen pastel. I just didn't want to deal with the pastel. Okay, so now, before, I was thinking about potentially doing like a peekaboo thing right here, but if I do the other thing, maybe do something like that right here. Do a little, like tape something there. You know, keep it personal, keep it private. Look at this one. Oh, look at that. It's so cool. I love the faded writing in the background. I might have to do that one. When you rip towards you, you get the white part. When you rip the top, like if you go, you rip right, the right side, you get the white. If you rip the left side, you get the no white. The technical terms, no white, white. And those can be private little. I don't want to cover up that. That's okay, that one. Cover up the voids. And then I can just put that down there because it's super rad. Super rad. And then I'll take my little tapey poo. This is actually my painter or my pro artist tape that I use when I tape it down my artwork to the board to keep it from moving. But I love this look. Just need to make sure I can get it. I love the taped on look. A lot. And then I can, you know, put my little messages down there. This doesn't have to be anything other than decorative. I don't need anything underneath it. You can if you want, but I don't have to. Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay, we're going to move this out of the way for now. It's very wet. Very wet. And I'm going to grab my pencil. Do I want to use these right now? Okay, so I love this first one. So Remain Childlike. It kind of resonated with what I read in my book too. In the book, and how I saw my cards, my cords. Let me grab my cards. Just to kind of, I put them, I said I was going to put them in my book and I did, but that's actually not how you should treat your cards. You need to take better care of your cards. Respect them, keep them. So I'm going to put my cards here. I did a little curling right there with when I got it wet. So I just moved my clip up. Slipping little buggers. I'm going to put my crystals on these cards to give them a little extra for me, to them, to us. And one of the messages was remain childlike and stay childlike and you know, inquiring. And so I tend to be very childlike anyways when I do my, not my aesthetic, but I'm very open to exploring and exploration like children are. Very much so. It took me a long time to get back to that. I've always had an inkling of it, but these last few years, because I've really been doing a lot of, you know, especially with abstract work, it's allowed me to revisit and like dive headfirst into the world of childlike and abstract. Yeah, so I did. Okay, so now I'm going to come through and start putting in my features, start building up my features. This is just a Faber-Castell 0.5, and I just broke the tip off. Oops. Do you know the trick? If you push too much out, you just hold the thing in and push it back in until you get it to where you want it to be. So notice that her cheeks are up into her, where her eyes are, because her eyes are going to go where they're going to overlap. Zoom for y'all. I love the big eyes and the like smaller mouth. Well, I love a big mouth too, but I love the combination of the two. This is just the beginning. It will morph. They always do. Always, always, always. Okay, so now I come in, I like more of a hooded lid, if you will, hooded eyelid. I'm going to take the other side of, actually, no I'm not. I'm going to grab my charcoal. And start laying out my features. like establishing. Like I've already put them in. I'm gonna kind of commit them now. She's gonna morph a lot, you guys. Okay. I love adding the white. Just the beginning. This is the Kohinoor 52. I really, really like working in this color palette once I start it. I'm gonna take this, pull down some of the black. The first of many, 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 many layers. I want to decide what her face structure is going to be. I need to turn this over. I like to create like a little dimple chin. Might be a little low, I'll have to see. I might need to, no, it's pretty okay. Okay, childlike. So my card that I'm using is Remain Childlike, okay? That's my card. You can leave it on the ring or you could take it off the ring and go from there. This is what I do. I constantly lose. This is 189 Faber-Castell. This is Carbothello 615. Lots and lots of layers. I think I'm going to erase her chin. That's the cool part about charcoal. You can get rid of most of it. I'm going to grab my pencil real quick. Give him more of a pointy chin. This is 690 Faber Stabilo, Carbothello. One of the really cool things about chalk pastel pencils is that they blend really well together. All kinds of chalk does. It's just the format of the chalk. Now, as you're working, think about what like kind of pattern making you're going to do, because I put in like my line work and like my markings that I make. And I tend to do this. I tend to collect them in my hand. I need to get my ladybug. Didn't introduce this. This is a little mini handheld vacuum. You turn it, well, first you put it down, you turn it on, and then it'll pick up all the dust so you don't have to blow it away. It's not great to blow it away. It's not a good idea. Not a good idea. No. Once I start getting my line, then I start to like get a little more committal to what it is that I'm doing. I'm going to use a little bit of brown down here. Take my blending stem. We'll fix that. Not worried. We have also the cheeks. To bring back out. Going very lightly, you guys. Super light. This is the color I want, I think. And keeping it pretty loose. The magic of white charcoal. Okay. Come back and put some more color in this. Not dark enough. This is 655. There we go. That's the drama I've been looking for. Bringing this. I want to bring out the dense, like the recessed part of the inside of the eye. Right there and there. Then I want some drama on this side. This is a great color up against the black, which I'll come back with again. I just love doing eyebrows, ears and eyebrows. Come back in with I love, 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 love a smoky eye. Come on, you gotta work. Put a little shadow under her bottom lip. Where is my, is this my skin color? No, this is, that's what I want. This is, well, it's not skin color, 692 is Stabilo. Just to fill in her face, and then I'll come in with there we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, let's do some more. Voila. We're going to put a little like sheen on her chin, on her lips. One of my favorite things to do. Starts bringing her life, starts popping up the personality. And then Okay, she's coming to life, you guys. She looks happy, huh? Oh, she looks childlike and content. Okay, so now there's these spaces right here. These spaces right here, I highlight, and then any place that I can put pattern, I put pattern. Because it makes me very, very happy. Just another layer to her and what she is. That's all. See how I'm holding my pencil? And then I'll come in and I'll do a few spots here. Because I want to push her forward and have the background be the background. And by doing that, or how to do that, is this way. Push her forward so the background stays in the background. Let's throw down some black charcoal in certain areas. Blend it out and it looks like she's casting a shadow. Yeah, looks like she's casting a shadow. Okay, so now we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to decide where, kind of like what we did with her hair. I'm going to decide, do I want to follow that line with my pencil or do I want to leave that space? And I want to leave that space for these moments. For these moments. Okay, so now remember those black stripes that I made? We're gonna make some lines thicker. And where's my white? Then we're going to come back with the white. Sorry guys, I only did a little bit outlining. And drew some lines. Thank goodness I caught it before it got bad. You can make your lines closer together. These are some of my favorite markings. I put those black lines in knowing that I was going to do white over them. And the white, of course, shows up really well over the dark. Your lines do not need to be like perfect, pristine, going in the same order. Like that, I don't like that, so we'll erase you. Okay, but I do want to come back with my black charcoal. I need to sharpen it. And really make this nice and rich, these lines. I'll come back in with my blending stump. When you blend it out, it creates a nice little shadowy depth, and I'm all for that. Gives it like a little bit more movement and energy. Makes it feel like it's like these strips are on top of the background fabric. That's how I see it in my head, is that it's fabric. And we're gonna do some blendy. It's a very high technical artistic term. Don't you forget it. Okay, now we're gonna have some fun in her hair, because why not? It's like the perfect vehicle with all this extra. Yes, the way the watercolor dried. Oh, it makes me so happy. This is entirely up to you. If you want to do circles, long stripes, small stripes, hatch marks, you know, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then turn 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2. It's up to you, however you want to do it. There's a lot of flex in here. You can come in and, which I'm going to do, and go around them very loosely. Don't be super rigid. Hold your pencil towards the back. We can decide if we want to do circles and the little mini stripes, marks, dash marks. We could do big and small circles. It's really, there's no wrong way. Small and big. She is looking so happy and so good. Okay, I feel like I've remained childlike for this. I feel like I have done a good service to her. I'm going to grab, this is the one I want. This is Faber-Castell 189. I'm going to come in. I want to push her forward some more. Soften it a little. I don't want to take away from what's already been laid down. Just a little extra. And these are all neutral colors, so they work really well together. I'm gonna come back in with my charcoal. I want to define her hair a little, like darken up some of the lines that I blended out and some of the outfit lines. Okay, and the final thing before I do these, which I might just keep to myself, yeah, is I'm just gonna do some free writing in the background to kind of pertain to this. You won't be able to tell what it is. That's not the goal. The goal is to just create some energy. And I always start with Once Upon a Time. If you feel you're stuck and you're like, I don't know what to do, and then maybe I throw in an extra letter here and there. My goal is, though, because I'm going to come back with white in some of these letters is to create, that's why I write so wonky, because I want to create spaces for this white to go. And look at me, I'm not being anywhere near precious or delicate about it. It's just another layer. Just another layer. Big and small letters. It could be so like messed, like just scribbled. It doesn't matter. It matters to you. Remember, create like extra little pockets. And you can come in and do some like you can decide to start from the top and write it all the way down. You can just write in the center here. You can write just down here. You can write just one little blurb on one side and you're good to go. Okay. Nope. Wrong one. Wrong one. By the time I get back to this part, I forget what the letters even are. I just see the little pockets and I fill them in. And I'm doing, you know, such a pristine job about it too, aren't I? Nope. And that's the goal. Sometimes I'll come in and I'll add an extra letter up close to the body, just because I don't want, if there's any chance of something being understood or read, I don't want it. Okay, so I'm gonna just do 3, 8, 22. Okay, so there's that. And we're finished, you guys. We are finished. I hope that you loved it. Like I said, I'm going to keep this. I'm going to do images in here. No, I'll probably do, well, no, I'll do images in here, but I kind of want to keep them to myself. I might share them eventually, but I kind of want to keep them to myself right now. So this is the journal page. A match. Oh, hang on. Let me grab my stuff. We forgot to put the seal in. The seal. I'll be right back. Okay, so I have my little card here, and I'm just gonna, you know, dirty up the sides with my dirty blending stump. Oop. Just so it doesn't, you know, isn't so obvious. You know what I could do? Me and my black paint. Me and my black paint. Make sure that's not super wet. Just do a quick little dry brush. Yeah, there we go. And that's drying, drying. Where did I put the, okay, there it is. And then I have, like I said, my shipping tags. These are 2 3/4 by 1 3/8 little shipping tags. And then I have, I wish I knew what it was. Maybe, I think I got it on Amazon, so maybe I'll be able to find it for you guys or something similar. And then I found some ribbon. I'll rough up the edges. This will be what I'm going to put the thing with. You know. I'm going to pull it down a little though. And then when I glue it, I don't want it too thick though, because I want to make sure that I have enough glue. Well, now I've done it. This is just the trial and error of it all. And on that card, I'll probably put like, let's see, what will I put? A mess. No, I'm making a mess right now. Do I even want this, or do I just want the thing? This one I'll do a thing. No, I think I just want the glue blob. Okay. I don't know, maybe I'll put the date on it. I don't know. There is the tree, so I'm going to use the tree. Wait, I just had an idea. I just had an idea. What if I put it? There's an idea. Oh wait, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. Maybe it will. Maybe I'll do without the ribbon. I could do this. Hang on. Put some glue on the back of this. Put this here. And then, look how cool that looks. Broken up like that. Oh, I like that. Where it breaks off this. I like it. I like it. Okay, I'm not going to do ribbon, but I am going to do the glue. So I want a pretty decent amount. And then make sure it's facing the right way. Fingers crossed this works, y'all. How cool! Oh, I like it a lot. It is hot glue, so it should dry fairly quickly. Whatever you do, make sure if you're using these, you put your glue gun, like I have it, on top of this, so it doesn't come back in, so it doesn't drip on my table, because I don't know if it'll come off the table. And there you go. Oh, and that's very warm, so be careful with that. And then I can put whatever I want on the back of that. Oh, I love it, I love it, I love it. And I could do this. Ooh, maybe I'll do this. Well, this will become a tab for page 1. Ooh, yes, I'm gonna get a stapler. Hang on. There we go, page 1. I'm gonna grab my little dealio here and write on there. Okay, there we go, you guys. Oh no, dang it. This is why I don't zoom in. You guys, I'm sorry. I just took the other half of this card and stapled it onto here, and then I wrote 1 on there. And then I'll create tabs. So by the end, I'll have all these cool tabs. Oh, I love it. Okay, I love this, guys. I hope that you did too. I hope that you enjoyed yourself and that you learned a lot, and that you continue to do this, not just the one time, but keep going, keep going. Remember, the goal is to build the trust in our intuition, in our gut feeling, our instinct, the thing that little inner voice. Remember, that's what the whole point of this is, you guys. That's the whole point of the tarot cards and the journal. And we're by the end, if you do say a month, you could do 100 days. Do you know, I think there's a month worth in here. I'm pretty sure. that imagine what this book will be, what it'll tell you, and what it'll look like when it's finished. And you can do whatever really cool thing on the cover if you choose to. It's up to you. It's up to you. Okay, guys, thank you so much. This was a blast. I had so much fun. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please share your work, share your works in progress, share your ideas, share it. Like if you've taken it beyond this and gone somewhere else with it, please share it in the group so that on Facebook, so that we can, or in the group for this class, the Intuitive Tarot Journaling class on Facebook, that will be private for this. If you are in my Next Gen group, my Next Generation Art group, and you've taken the class, please share it in the class or share it on Next Gen so people can see it and, you know, ooh and ah over your awesome, awesome masterpieces. Okay, you guys, thank you so much. This has been quite a journey. Thank you for being on it with me. Thank you. All right. I love you guys. Take care. Bye.